Hey, it's Macara Shanae. I want to thank you again for joining me on this blog and hearing a little bit about some of my life struggles and how I have overcome some things and on my journey and kind of changing my negative rut that I was in into a positive. And I'm just hoping that I'm sharing something that will actually resonate in your spirit or something that you can apply to yourself and actually help you to move from your struggles and turn them into strength to become a more positive you and represent who you are in a more positive way. So we've talked about the letter S, which meant to start, and then the letter T in spelling out the words struggle and strength, and the letter T, which meant today. We don't need to continue to procrastinate and put things off. And then the letter R, which was recognize the struggles. If we don't know where we're at, we don't know how to get to where we're trying to go. We have to have that starting point. So we need to recognize what the struggles are that we've been applying to our lives and helping to form us in a negative way. And so that brings us to kind of a crossroads. If we're looking at the word struggle, it would be a U. And if we're looking at the word strength, it would be an E. So as you can probably tell from the heading, we're going to go in the direction of strength. Since our journey is to get to strength, we're going to continue on spelling the word strength and using those letters and that word as our theme. So today, if you took a look at the heading, it's enhance the physical. So some of you might feel like, I'm good enough. This is the way that God made me. What do you mean by enhance the physical? I don't need to do anything to myself. It's all about the inward. It's the inward spirit we're working on. It's the inward beauty. And all of that is absolutely correct. However, sometimes I found that when we're in these we're in these bad places, these ruts, or just feeling really bad about ourselves, or kind of going through bouts of depression, or just having a lot of, frustration. Sometimes I know for myself, I tend to, put on those baggy t-shirts, oversized clothes, and sweatpants, and you're kind of lounging on the couch, and you just don't feel like showing up. You don't feel like getting up, getting yourself together, just pushing forward. And sometimes that does have to do with the external, with the outside appearance. And I just want to encourage you to take pride in how you look, because how you look can definitely contribute to how you feel. Now, I'm not saying that you need to go out and, spend all this money on plastic surgery and get a whole new designer wardrobe. What I'm saying is maybe there's that little bit of something that, makes you feel a little bit better about yourself. When you are getting ready to go out, maybe you're going out on a date or just getting ready to go out in the evening with some friends, just stepping out of the house, and you want to get kind of fixed up. And so you go and you put on, maybe it's those certain jeans that you have, or a certain dress, or for me, it's kind of this red lipstick. I'm kind of on this red lipstick right now, but I'll tell you about that story in a little bit. But it's just a little bit of something that, when you put that on, and you might spend a couple extra minutes in the mirror taking a look and saying, oh, that confidence starts to come out. You start to exude this confidence. You feel really good. You might start taking some selfies, taking little pictures of yourself, and you just start to feel much better because you just did something that kind of enhanced the physical. And so that's kind of what I'm getting at. And I want to encourage you to try to find a little something, that helps you feel a little bit better about your day or better about yourself as we're taking this journey. So the struggles that you're going through that maybe has you stuck in a certain place, I'm saying, or I'm encouraging you to find a little something. You've got to get up, get yourself together, get dressed. You've got to show up and begin to take those steps to get through that journey. So I said I was going to share a little bit about my red lipstick. It's funny because when I did start kind of getting into makeup, and that is just one of my things. Some people, they're not really into a lot of makeup or don't feel like you need it, and that's fine. I am not one to say, hey, you've got to go get yourself all made up and, look a certain way and perfect, because it's not completely about trying to manufacture yourself into some beauty. Every person is beauty. God made you beautiful. So every person has beauty all about them already. So for me, I just really like to, put on makeup and kind of dabble in the eyeshadows and that sort of thing. But when I started getting into that, I always wanted to wear red lipstick for some reason. And it just was very fascinating to me. And so I would try on these different lipsticks. And I kid you not, every time I put on some red lipstick, it would turn to this hot pink, this horrible color that just did not go with my skin tone. And I would get so frustrated. And every once in a while, I would go to the mall, to the makeup counter, or even to the drugstore. When I was younger, I would just say, oh, I like that red, and I just want to try it again. And I waste my money because I go grab that lipstick and I put it on, and sure enough, I look in the mirror and it's this awful hot pink. This has been going on for pretty much my whole adult life, as when I started getting into makeup. But finally, a couple of years ago, I was explaining my issue to this makeup artist at the MAC counter, and I had explained this to other people before, and they always seemed so puzzled and didn't believe me. And they were still, I would go get my face made, and I want to wear red lipstick. And they put some on. I'm explaining to them what's going to happen. They didn't believe me, and sure enough, hot pink. So I went to the MAC counter this particular day a couple of years ago, and I was explaining this once again. I'm like, I really want to wear some red lipstick. And I had told my cousins, and they were on this hunt to try to find one that would work. And I'm like, I'm telling you guys. But anyway, the makeup artist said that she knew exactly what I was talking about. And it was because certain lipsticks are made with a pink base and other ones are made with a blue base, and that I needed a red lipstick that was made with a blue base. And I'm just like, are you sure? Because it seems like I've just tried everything. And sure enough, she pulled out one and put it on my lips, and I just fell in love. So it may be a little bold for some. That's kind of just my little face right now. And so I've been wearing my little red lipstick because I wanted to wear it for so long, and finally I have one that works for me. And so I might be wearing it out a little bit, but anyway, that makes me feel good. And just like I said, I'm encouraging you to find that little thing that just kind of does something for you, that just gives you a boost, makes you smile a little more, makes you feel good about yourself, feel better about the day, and that you can go and conquer whatever is in front of you. And maybe some of you don't need anything like that. But I'm thinking about when you're in that position where you're down. Usually there's something that you can do that's going to make you feel a little better. And maybe it's a little perfume, like I said, a certain outfit, or maybe getting a makeover or something like that. Maybe just going and getting a pedicure or getting your nails done. There's things that you can do to enhance the physical that brings out that inward feeling of confidence that you have. And it's in there with everyone, but sometimes we have to work at it a little bit. But anyway, that's where we are with the letter E. And that was one thing that I found as I was making my way through my journey and trying to deal with some of my struggles. One of the things that really helped me was to enhance the physical, perk myself up, tell myself I had to get up, I had to get out of my sweatpants, get out of my t-shirt, get out of the television, and go after the things that I was trying to accomplish, and not be wallowing in the struggles and things that I was holding on to. So that's E, and I thank you for taking the time to listen, and hope that you will join us again as we get to the next letter, which is N. So have a great day, and everyone take care.